Hello, everyone, and welcome. Hello. Oh my God, I've missed you all so much. Last week we were on a bit of a hiatus during the summer, but I'm so happy to be back. My name is Jackie Janik. I'm a women's empowerment coach, helping women uncover their purpose and define their own path in the world. And today you are watching Beyond Small Talk. Real women, real conversations, elevating womankind one talk at a time. And I'm very happy and so excited to have our co-host this week. Her name is Laticia Brice at Laticia Brice Consulting. I'll make sure I'll add her handle right below. And we're going to be talking. So Laticia is a consulting agency. I'm a little tripping over my words, people. I am so sorry. I'm just happy to be back, and I'm happy to have Laticia on. Maybe let's just get her on. Let's just get her on and have her herself. I'm so happy to have her on. We're going to be talking about tech and also mindset shifts.
Hi.
Hello.
Hi, can you hear me well?
I can. I love your accent. It is so pretty.
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
Welcome, Laticia. How are you?
Okay, so I'm actually a little bit under the weather right now. So I'm not 100%, but I could not miss this this chat. You know, we had this scheduled for quite a while, so I definitely wanted to be here for this.
Thank you so much. So I temporarily turned off the comment. We'll turn it back on in case people have questions. But I just wanted to get you on because I know you're a tech. You do DIY tech and you help people with their websites and make technology easy. However, from your bio, what was so beautiful to me is I like how you said, who says I can't do that? And that's what you said to your naysayers. So I was wondering if you would share a bit of your mindset around that and how that all started out. Oh no. Oh my God, we lost you for a second. Can you hear me?
I'm not sure you can hear me anymore.
I can hear you, but you're not moving. Like you're still. Oh no. Laticia, can you hear us? Oh no. I hope it's not your connection. Wi-Fi is super tricky, and it's so funny. I was just okay, so we'll invite her back on. It seems like we lost her. I was just talking to her and I was like, make sure your IG's updated. She's like, that happens automatically, and I'm like, oh my God, I'm telling the tech girl to do that, and that's ridiculous because she knows that already. She's like, that happens automatically. But where I hold Beyond Small Talk on my phone, it's an old Samsung, so please no one make fun of me that I just have this old phone. All is well. Okay, so let's see if Laticia is jumping back on, and we're going to be talking about who says I can't do that. That's what she was approached by her naysayers before she launched her own consulting firm and helping DIY your website and technology, because technology for some people is debilitating, especially if you're an entrepreneur, if you're a woman entrepreneur, it's difficult. So last week we were on a hiatus because, everyone needs a break. Like everyone needs to disconnect, which I totally did. Yeah, I was on social, but nothing like regularly. And I went up to the country in Callicoon, New York. I stay in Jeffersonville with Allie, a hot mess in a nice dress. She was on she's been on 3 times, episode 1 and episode 1 of each season, and then for a celebration with Cheryl. And we rent a house and we just reconnect for 3 days. She kept me up so late. Okay. And I just want to also include all the goodies I bought at the Farmhouse Project Market, like this beauty of a mug. Farmhouse Project. Hi.
You would not believe it, Jackie. You would not believe it. The power just ran out.
what's going on?
Can you hear me still?
Yeah, I can hear you.
It was on all day and it just went out. So I had to quickly get back online. So sorry about that.
No worries. Oh my God, is everything okay though?
Yeah, I think it's probably just routine.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Sorry about that. I was just chatting with Beyond Small Talk community because I was off last week. I took a week off and I went upstate New York and kind of like recharged myself. So I was sharing a bit of that we all need to do every so often and check out his social media a bit.
Let me redo here. Can you hear me?
Oh yeah, I could hear you really well.
Okay, great. Now it's better. I can hear you better now.
Okay, great. All right, we're all set. Oh, you're glowing. So excited. Is that a glow or
It's
that's part of
it's
the...
it's both because now it's hot because the power is out.
Oh
All
my
right.
God. Okay, let's get started.
These things happen.
Uh, when you go live, you just have to be ready for anything and
Anything.
everything. And actually, it works in my favor because I like to be off the cuff. And if I planned anything, I would retape it all the time. Like I would never just do it. You do a lot of lives. I've been watching your lives on tech.
I
And
try.
you do a beautiful job. Imagine if you had to like pre-record that. Would you release it?
No. No. Not at all. Not at all. And I think that's why I like lives because you get what you get. You get what you get and you just blindly upload it.
You're present, you're in the moment, you're here with
Mm-hmm.
us now, and it's like all your
Yeah.
insights just flow through you, and there's no like judgment around it. It came out of your mouth, you said it, right?
Yes, definitely.
So can you introduce yourself to us?
Yeah. Okay. So I'm going to leave the bio for you, but yeah, I work in the IT field in the Bahamas here. I'm a part of a small team providing tech support for about 800 employees uh, spread out over about 15 islands. So it's a wide area and it's a very small team. And so I do that. I help the tech support with that in my career. But in my business, I offer tech consulting for budding entrepreneurs. And that can be solving any tech problems, helping them to create websites, all of these things. So you can say that I love solving problems and helping people. That's what I love to do.
And I like I've been saying how you say DIY,
Yeah.
right? DIY your website and technology because some people are afraid of technology. And
Yeah,
some people are
definitely.
definitely afraid of it.
Oh yeah, they are. They. Oh boy, I hope I don't drop off soon. But yeah, they definitely are afraid of it, and they allow that fear to stop them. I have fear all the time. In fact, I have fear of public speaking, but I still push through. I have. It's that's the important thing. Don't allow the fear to stop you from doing the thing that you want to do or that you need to do.
I did not know until you told me today that you had a fear of public speaking. I was
I
like, you're on
do.
a lot of videos.
Because it feels more one-on-one,
Hmm.
I think. But if I feel like I'm speaking to a lot of people or I'm being on display, I can't breathe, I can't articulate what I want to say. It's difficult to do it, but I do it anyway.
Yeah, you push through and do it anyway. And I find the more you do it, the more confident you get. Like you build
Oh
that
yeah.
confidence through
Yep.
action, not through
Yes.
like thinking about it, like doing it and every
Yes.
time. And I'm on episode 64. Episode 1 does not work as well as episode 64. It just doesn't. But that's how you grow. What I really loved in your bio that you sent me and what we are calling the episode is who says I can't do that? Who said that to you? Who said that and what'd you do?
Oh, listen. It could be anything. For instance, me saying I'm going to quit my job and do my own thing. And they're like, no, what? No, why would you do that? Like, well, who says I can't? who, like, if you're going to tell me I can't do something, you better give me a really good reason as to why, and it needs to satisfy me, because the way I live my life is within Bible standards, right? So within those parameters, I feel like I can just do whatever I want as long as I stay within those parameters. I'm not going to hurt anyone. So um, if I want to if I want to leave a successful career behind, and because I feel like it's not really leading me to my vision, I'm gonna do it. If I feel like I can't stay there anymore, I'm gonna do it. If I feel like, for instance, growing up as a girl, you've been told, "Oh, these are things that you couldn't do or you shouldn't do. You can't climb trees, you can't shoot marbles with the boys." But I'll tell you what, I played dollhouse in the trees. I shot marbles with the boys, and I took that same attitude into adulthood, and now I try to do the things that I feel like I should do, what I want to do, so that I could just pursue my vision, what I want for the future.
Yeah, so that sounds like a lot of risk taking.
Yeah.
So, and I know you talk about mindset. Do you have any tips around what do you do when you need that mindset shift, or if that negative talk comes into play and it's like, no, you can't do it, like you have to play dolls, that's what girls do, and meaning as an adult,
Mm-hmm.
like just as an example, but as an adult, what do you do about that?
I question it. I question it. A lot of times people tell us something and we take it for what it is and we go with it, or we allow that to limit us. But no, I question it. I'm like, well, why is it like that? And I always get in trouble with my mom for this, because I don't know if you don't know about Caribbean moms. If you know about Bahamian moms, don't ask why. Before you can
I
get the
heard, yeah.
why out, you get a bop in the mouth. So as a child, I always asked why. And it wasn't because I was being facetious or anything. It's just I wanted to understand. Because if it doesn't make sense, I'm going to need you to explain that to me. And so that's what I would do. I would just question it. And once you question something, you can't help but try to look for the answer. You know?
Mm.
Anything. If you question that, your brain would automatically start to work on finding an answer for that question. And that's where new possibilities come out, when you start to question things.
Yeah, and you seek new solutions. It's funny that you say about moms, Bohemian moms, because I was very like that as a child too. I questioned everything. I said, why all the time? And my grandmother's response after like many whys was always, why is a crooked letter, Jackie? That was her response. Where it was like, stop asking why. But I think that makes you, myself, great teachers and great like coaches and great, leading by example of asking these questions to face your fears, find your
Hmm.
faith, and move forward and do what you're meant to do on this world.
Yeah, I
So
agree.
part of that, yeah, so part of that was you then shifted, right? And I love that in your bio you talked about the European river tour and diving into the Mediterranean. Like, just sounds. I'm not a swimmer.
Listen,
Tell us what that was like.
okay, so when it came to diving, when it came to the river tour and the tour in um, it had to do with customer experience for me, right? So once I decide to pay my hard-earned money for something, I expect to be treated like a valued customer. And the tour operator and I, we had a couple of differences of opinions. For instance, we were promised a cup of tea on our tour, and we didn't get it, so I asked for it. Um, he also was playing some objectionable music, and I said, "Listen, no, I don't want to hear that." And he turned it off. Then he pulled out a cigarette and starts to light up, and I'm like, "No, no, 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 no." By that time, he realized, listen, something is up with this woman. He really wanted to have a smoke, and so he went to the rear of the boat, and he gave me the wheel. And I'm like, is this guy crazy? Does he want to get fired? And being the fun-loving person that I am, I said, okay, I'll drive. you could go smoke. So that it was that, and then when it came to the jumping into the Mediterranean, um, I love swimming. I love the water. If I was an animal, I would be a dolphin. Okay, and so we were
That's
on
your
a
spirit
we were on
animal.
a sunset cruise in where was that? In Santorini.
Mm.
And I don't know if I'm still there. We still there?
I'm here. Yes, we can hear you. Oh,
Yeah.
there you go. You're back.
Okay, good. Yeah.
You ended with Santorini. Yeah,
Yes.
Santorini.
Yeah, we were on a sunset tour, sunset cruise in Santorini, and I wanted to get in the water. And the best way to get in was to just jump. And there, of
Mm-hmm.
course, my fears came up because it was so high up. And I held on the hands of this guy that was actually operating that particular tour. He helped me, he just said, you're afraid? I'm like, yeah, I'm afraid. He said, let's go. We're doing it. And I held his hand and we jumped in, and I had a wonderful experience. I would never forget that experience. And so the bottom line is, when you take risks, you experience some great things, and those experiences are the things that's going to change your life. Those are the things that's going to really bring color into your life. It's going to enrich your life.
That's so true. I can't really remember an example where I took a risk and I was like, that totally stinks. Like, that's the worst thing I've ever done. Like, I can't think of one where it's like, because maybe I'm just thinking out loud is like risk are more like maybe your intuition coming up and like
Uh-huh.
something's bubbling inside of you that you label it a risk when actually you wanted, like your intuition wanted to do it. But does that make any sense? Maybe I'm not making sense, but it's like, are they really risks? Or are we just labeling it like that because it's around the fear? I don't know. I'm just spitballing
I
here.
mean, and I would say yes, it is risk because there's something that can happen. There's something bad that can happen. For instance, taking over a river tour. What if I crash into another boat? What if the police came and arrested me? You know?
Oh my God, now my phone's ringing. Oh my God. Well, yes, I'm sure that could happen, but
you
like,
know, or like risking my career to go off to school while I'm pregnant with my son. That's a risk because someone would say, well, why would you leave a stable job to go to another country where you don't have that much support and you're pregnant, starting school 2 months after you have your baby? That's a huge risk, but it's paid off. It's what brought me into this field. It's what brought me into this
yeah.
field that I love so much. And now that's bringing me into another stage of my life. And so had I not taken that risk, I would still be at the same career, maybe maybe not moving up too much more. Not being able, I wouldn't have been able, had I not taken that risk, I would not have been able to go to the country of Georgia. I would not have been able to do my Europe tour. Why? Because I wouldn't have the financial freedom to do that.
Maybe the bigger the risk, the bigger the reward, as they say.
Sometimes, yes.
Yeah.
Sometimes.
Awesome. Do you hear a little fuzziness?
No, I don't hear it. Maybe you're hearing it from me, but I don't hear anything.
Oh, okay. Sorry, I just want to double check that. Like, okay. Okay. All right, let's get to a few more questions for you. Let's transition. So we got a bit of the mindset, and the number one tip I hear you say is to question it. Be curious, ask questions. I think that's awesome because then you're seeking the solutions within that.
Yes.
Next, why tech? Like, what drew you to the tech world?
Um, to me, tech is synonymous with innovation, right? And when you look at the dictionary definition of innovation, to innovate means to make changes in something that's established, especially when it comes to introducing new methods, ideas, and products, right? And so when you have that type of mindset, then you can do and experience great things in life and in business. And that's why tech, it changes things.
And I think you're right. There is no. It's my headphones making that noise.
I'm sorry?
Oh, you can hear me. Oh, we're having a little problem on my side today. Oh, sorry. Um, I like that definition of text. It's just innovation. It's like
Yeah.
creating and developing and solving. You said in the beginning you like
All the
to
things I love.
solve
Yeah.
solutions. Yeah, so it just
Yeah.
like totally aligns with you are with who you
Hmm.
are. So what should how like 'cause, some women are apprehensive about tech. Like,
Yeah.
is there a simple way that you could break it down to say to help us not be so like apprehensive, or some women fear the tech in their either daily lives or in their business?
Hmm. Well, a lot of times when you hit that wall, when you fear something, it's because it looks so insurmountable. It just looks so difficult. It looks so hard. What I would say to that person, especially if I'm helping them go through it, I would say, well, let's calm down. Let's take it one step at a time. Let's break it down. Let's do this first, then this, then this. And you see how doable that sounds now when you put it like that? So that's what I do. That's how I tackle anything that seems big. I just take it one small step at a time.
That makes so much sense, because if you do things in like bite-sized action
Yes.
items, it's not overwhelming. But if all of you're seeing is like, oh my God, a website that has like, who knows where you
Yeah.
begin? What's the font, the color palette? What do I write? Where's the
Yeah.
headshot?
Yeah.
It just feels overwhelming. But I'm sure like breaking it down like that. Now, talking about websites, who should have a website?
Anyone that wants to showcase something should have a website, right? So whether it's a blog, a portfolio, an online shop, or business site, whatever it is, you need a website, because your website is your salesperson that's on duty 24/7, and anyone in the world can access it. And so, what person in their right mind wouldn't want that type of reach? Who wouldn't want that type of
I
exposure? You know?
Completely. I tell people all the time, and I say, not even just entrepreneurs, like just women out there, I say it's a
Hmm.
great outlet, either if you like to write, start a blog, right? If you want to
Yes.
share something, if you want to teach, if you're an artist, I say all the time, put your artwork up. And then I have friends who are starting to look for jobs, like new career
Yeah.
paths. I said, that's where people, I barely look at resumes anymore. I go to LinkedIn and I click to see if you have a website. And
Yeah.
that's where I look, to get more info about you. Like, who looks at paper resumes
Exactly.
anymore, right?
A lot of people
So
do,
do you
but
have
it's
like,
outdated.
oh, I don't. I'm like, I'm not reading that thing. I want a visual. I want to see like, some pretty pictures and stuff. Can you give us a tip for starting your website? What would you say is like number first step?
Okay, so the problem with person starting their own website is they jump right into doing that. And I like to pull that person back a bit, right? I, I, I like you to really think about your brand first. What does it mean? For instance, when I said if I were an animal, I would be a dolphin. There's a reason why I said that, because dolphins are friendly and playful, and they're curious, and they're smart. They're also protective. Okay, so let's say the dolphin is a brand. I
Mm.
would say those are the words that you would think of when you think of a dolphin. Think of that when it comes to your brand. That's the thing I would say to do, and then build your brand visuals around that. What you want your brand to say, and how you want people to view you. That's where I would start with them.
That's a great analogy, and I like how you call yourself like a dolphin. And I'm like, what's my spirit animal? Like my brand is, who I am. I'm a true New Yorker. I wear a lot of black. I talk with my
Mm,
hands. I'm like up with a lot sometimes, and that's just, who I am. I stumble over my words, but I'm really clear about that. And I encourage women to just own it. That's who you are. That's your brand. That's you.
yeah,
Um,
definitely.
So that's great. So you bring women through exercises to establish who they are because, people are like, I want a website and jump right in, right? And just
Right. And then they
like,
don't
all
like
right,
it, or it's not cohesive. If they don't like how it looks, or when they put that out, or their marketing material, it's just not cohesive. Who it's from by looking at it.
I'm sorry, it's really no, I can't really hear
Are we still
you.
connected?
No. Ah. Hey everyone. Unfortunately, it sounds like, and does anyone else hear that, or is it just me? It just sounds really fuzzy. Ah! Letitia was ending off with great information if you are interested in starting your own websites. you know, I did the same thing. I jumped right in and I was like, oh my God, what do I want first? I just wanted to look pretty. And some friends listening to this could be like, yes, that's Jackie. She just wanted a pretty website before even thinking through like having a strategy around that, even keeping it clean and simple and having your brand ready to go. And again, who needs a website? Anyone who wants to share anything. You don't have to be an entrepreneur. Maybe you're out there looking for a new job in life. Start by creating your own website and showcasing your skills, abilities, and past experiences. Maybe you're an artist. Maybe you garden. You might paint. I don't know. There's tons of things that you could always use a website for. So thank you so much, Letitia, for that. Letitia also has a program coming up, and I'm going to share that and include that in, oh, she's back. Let's see if we could get her back and include that in our recap of the live. So I'll make sure to include that. If we could get her back on, I just want her to talk a little bit about that. And oh no, what's going on in the Bahamas today? Oh, she might have lost electricity again. Anyway, can we just go back real quick to talk about the farmhouse project mug? I got it at the farmhouse project. Oh, there you are.
Yeah, the power came back on, so that's what happened.
Oh my God. I was like, what's going on in the Bahamas today?
Listen, these things happen. That's another mindset hack right there.
These things happen. Yeah,
Say,
so how
yeah,
do you
these
just
things
roll with
happen.
it?
Yep. Don't get defeated.
It happens in tech all the time. And
Yes.
where some people in tech tell me their number one response, did you reboot? And I'm always like, I rebooted already. Can you? I reboot before I call you.
When people tell me that, I make them reboot again.
You do?
Yeah.
Oh my God. I'd get so mad at you. I would be like, Letitia, I rebooted twice. Now what?
I would coax you, and then you would still do it.
Oh, that is so funny. That's like, everyone's like, we rebooted.
Because some people, they're not really honest when they say that.
Oh, people lie about that. Yeah, I'm a Mac user, and sometimes I use a lot of like Adobe larger files,
Oh, okay, yeah.
InDesign, Photoshop. This is my day job. That rebooting just takes forever.
Right. So can you imagine what the computer's going through?
I should feel
It
for my computer.
exactly. It needs a refresh. You went to bed last
I,
night and you slept and then you came back to work, right? Do it for the computer
oh,
too.
I will start thinking of my computer. I'm
Yeah.
gonna give her a name and say she needs to refresh herself. I mean, you're
Yeah.
right. Oh, that's a nice way to, thank you for that mind shift.
Yes.
Thank you. So as we come to an end, would you like to share, I just started talking about, you have a program coming up.
Yes. I'm currently in the middle of launching the Web Design and Brand Essentials workshop. I'm doing it live. So the wait list is open now, and the card will be open next week, and we're going to start with the first session on the 20th of this month of September. And so what that does is it covers the foundational things you need before you start creating your website. or even creating your marketing material. You can establish your brand personality, like we spoke about. What type of dolphin is your brand? Um, and what feelings you want your brand to invoke in your clients, as well as getting your brand visuals around that. And that's just one part of it. There are other core essentials that we cover, and these are the things that you need to have in place, whether you decide to do the website yourself, do it with help, or turn everything over to a pro. These are the things that they're going to ask you for anyway. So either way, you still need those things. Yeah. And you can always join the waitlist at LaticiaBrice.com/WDE Live 21.
WDE Live 2021.
No, just
I will include,
21.
just 21. I will include that in the show notes and on my IG story. So if anybody wants that, we'll just, and I'm sure it's in your bio, or they can go to follow you and.
Oh yeah, they'll find
Yeah.
it.
Make it easy to find it. Well, thank you so much, Laticia. This has been wonderful. Thank you for your mind shift question. I'm really taking that one away with me, because question everything. Just question.
Just question it, yeah.
Well, thank you so much.
Thank you too.
Feel better in the Bahamas. We're all like you're in the Bahamas.
Yes, I'm gonna do get some more rest today and then tomorrow, and see how I feel.
Great. Well, thank you for joining us today. Thank you for rebooting. I will reboot moving forward in life. Thank you so much.
Thank you too, Jackie.
Thank you. Thanks, Beyond Small Talk community. See you every Thursday at 4. And this will be on Spotify, Apple, YouTube, and Audible tomorrow. Bye.